what is that? Come on! Is that all you got?
This was the end of Sodom. But the story didn't begin with fire. It began with a decision. Years before the fire rained down on Sodom, Abraham and Lot had become so wealthy that the land could no longer support them both. Their shepherds were beginning to quarrel.
This is the third time your herd has fed in our fields. And this won't be the last time, if you keep driving us from every watering place.
So Abraham made a decision.
Nephew, let's not allow this conflict to come between us or our herdsmen. The whole countryside is open to you. Take your choice of any section of the land you want. If you want the land to the left, then I'll take the land on the right. If you prefer the land on the right, then I'll go to the left.
Abraham, being the eldest, had every right to make the decision for himself. However, Abraham understood one thing: whatever decision was made, God would provide. The two sit in silence while Lot took a long look at the fertile plains of the Jordan Valley in the direction of Zoar. The whole area was well watered everywhere, like the garden of the Lord or the beautiful land of Egypt. Then Lot made the decision.
Uncle, I will take the whole Jordan Valley to the east. Then it shall be yours.
The decision seemed obvious, but appearances can be deceiving, because hidden within that paradise were two cities, Sodom and Gomorrah. So the two said their farewells and departed. Abraham settled in the land of Canaan, and Lot moved his tents, flock, and servants to a place near Sodom, and settled among the cities of the plain. And it wasn't long before Lot found his way into the city of Sodom, a city that the Bible describes as being filled with men who were exceedingly wicked and sinners before the Lord. As the years passed, kings from the east swept through the region. City after city fell before them. Sodom was defeated, and its people were taken captive. Among them was Lot. When word reached Abraham that his nephew had been captured, he gathered 318 trained men from his household and pursued the invading kings.
Lot has been taken captive. The Lord has never failed us. Take up your weapons. We march at once.
The Lord gave Abraham victory, and Lot was rescued. It was a second chance, a chance to leave Sodom behind. But Lot did not heed the warning. Drawn once again to the prosperous city, Lot returned and made Sodom his home. Years passed by and things seemed normal. Then the Lord appeared to Abraham. This wasn't his first appearance, but this time was different. As Abraham sat at the entrance to his tent during the hottest part of the day, he looked up and noticed 3 men standing nearby. When he saw them, he ran to meet them and welcomed them, bowing low to the ground. Abraham quickly invites the men to stay with him and rest.
My lord, if it pleases you, stop by here for a while. Rest in the shade of this tree while water is brought to wash your feet. And since you've honored your servant with this visit, let me prepare some food to refresh you before you continue on your journey. We will honor your request and stay for a while. Hurry. Get 3 large measures of your best flour.
What is the occasion?
We have guests. Now hurry, Sarah. Make 3 loaves of bread.
Then Abraham ran out to the herd and chose a tender calf and gave it to his servant.
I have chosen this tender calf. Make haste and prepare it for our guest. Yes, my lord. I will see that it is prepared at once.
When the food was ready, Abraham took some butter, milk, and the roasted meat and served it to the men. As they ate, Abraham waited on them in the shade of the trees.
Where is Sarah, your wife? She's inside the tent. I will return to you about this time next year, and your wife Sarah will have a son.
Little did Abraham know, Sarah was listening to this conversation from the tent. Both Abraham and Sarah were very old, long past the age of having children.
How could an old woman like me enjoy such pleasure? Especially when my husband is also so old.
Why did Sarah laugh? Why did she say, "Can an old woman like me have a baby?" Is anything too hard for the Lord? I will return about this time next year, and Sarah will have a son.
This made Sarah afraid, so she denied it.
I didn't laugh.
No, you did.
The men then got up from their meal and looked toward Sodom. As they left, Abraham went with them to send them on their way.
Should I hide my plan from Abraham? For he will certainly become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth will be blessed through him. I have singled him out, so that he will direct his sons and their families to keep the way of the Lord by doing what is right and just. Then I will do for Abraham all that I have promised.
So, the Lord told Abraham his plans.
I have heard a great outcry from Sodom and Gomorrah, because their sin is so great. I am going down to see if their actions are as wicked as I have heard. If not, I want to know.
The other men turned and headed toward Sodom, but the Lord remained with Abraham. When Abraham saw the two men heading toward Sodom, he remembered his nephew, Lot.
Will you also destroy the righteous with the wicked? If there be 50 righteous within the city, will you also destroy and not spare the place?
At this point, Abraham was pleading for the Lord's mercy upon the city.
Be it far from you to slay the righteous with the wicked.
Then Abraham said something profound unto the Lord, something that seemed to question the Lord's ability to rightfully judge the situation.
Should not the judge of all the earth do what is right?
Perhaps the question slipped out in desperation. But the Lord did not get angry with Abraham.
If I find 50 righteous people in Sodom, I will spare the entire city for their sake.
At that moment, Abraham knew in his heart that finding 50 righteous men in Sodom would not happen. So Abraham spoke again.
Since I have begun, let me speak further to my Lord, even though I am dust and ashes. Suppose there are only 45 righteous people rather than 50. Will you destroy the whole city for the lack of 5? I will not destroy it if I find 45 righteous people there.
But this didn't comfort Abraham. So Abraham pleaded further. What if you find only 40? What about 30? And suppose there are only 20? Abraham got the number all the way down to 10, and the Lord agreed to spare the city for their sakes. At this point, perhaps Abraham couldn't imagine the Lord not finding fewer than 10 righteous people in the city. Since, well, half of those include Lot and his family. When the Lord had finished speaking with Abraham, he departed, and Abraham returned to his tent. His plea for Sodom had been heard. Now all that remained was to see whether even 10 righteous people could be found. That evening, the two angels came to the entrance of the city of Sodom. Lot was sitting there, and when he saw them, he stood up to meet them. Then he welcomed them and bowed with his face to the ground.
My lords, come to my home to wash your feet and be my guests for the night. You may then get up early in the morning and be on your way again. No, we will just spend the night out here in the city square.
But Lot insisted. He urged them until they agreed to come home with him. Perhaps Lot was trying to shield them from what he already knew about the city.
Be sure there's no leaven in the bread.
Who are those men?
I believe they're messengers sent by God.
Why would God send them here?
I don't know, but I have a feeling they've come for a reason.
Do you think they'll ask us to leave this place? This is our home.
If the Lord is speaking to us, well, we must be ready to listen. Now let's get this bread ready for our guest.
He prepared a feast for them, complete with unleavened bread. But before the night was over, the wickedness of Sodom could no longer be hidden.
Tomorrow, all of Sodom will witness my greatest achievement.
Are you talking about the new altar?
Yes. No one has ever built an altar like mine. The priests themselves stood speechless when they saw it.
They're saying people will come from every corner of the valley to see it.
They will come because of me. Tomorrow they'll light the fires, and every eye in Sodom will behold the glory of Baal. Long after I'm gone, they'll still speak my name.
And what about the sacrifice? Have you found a worthy sacrifice?
Our God demands only the finest. You'll be shocked how many people are willing to make him happy. Now let us eat, drink, and celebrate the work of our hands.
Please, I haven't eaten in days. May your God be merciful and give me some bread.
Who let this filthy peasant into my city? Get him out of my sight. Throw him outside the gates where he belongs. Get out! Crawl to the hills where you belong. Maybe someone up there will have pity on you, because you'll find none in Sodom.
My Lord, please have mercy on me. I've been cast out of Sodom. They would rather see me die than spare a crust of bread. If you have any mercy, give me a little food and I'll earn every bite. The Most High has blessed me with more than enough. Eat, regain your strength, and stay here tonight. You would receive a stranger such as me. The Lord has shown kindness to me. How could I withhold it from another? Tomorrow you may work alongside my servants in the fields, and while you remain here, no man will drive you away hungry.
Back in Sodom, Lot was about to be confronted with his own troubles.
Hey, open the door! Let us in! Where are the men who came to spend the night with you? Bring them out to us so we can get to know them!
So Lot stepped outside to talk to them, shutting the door behind him.
Please, my brothers, don't do such a wicked thing. Look, I have 2 daughters. Let me bring them out to you. But please, leave these men alone, for they are my guests and are under my protection.
Perhaps Lot understood the seriousness of the situation. These 2 men were no ordinary men. They were angels sent from the Lord. And why would the Lord send his angels to such a wicked place? Lot could only think of one reason, and it wasn't good. It was judgment.
Stand back. You came to town as an outsider, and now you act like our judge. We'll treat you far worse than those other men.
So the men of Sodom lunged toward Lot to break down the door. But the 2 angels reached out, pulled Lot into the house, and bolted the door. They then blinded all the men, young and old, who were at the door of the house, so they gave up trying to get inside. Meanwhile, the angels questioned Lot.
Do you have any other relatives here in the city? Get them out of this place, for we are about to destroy this city completely. Please, isn't there anything that will stop it? The outcry against this place is so great it has reached the Lord, and he has sent us to destroy it.
There was no time to waste. Lot knew that if God had spoken, judgment was certain. So he quickly set out to find his daughter's fiancés.
Thank God I found you. What is it? Quick! You have to get out of the city. The Lord is about to destroy this place. You must leave here at once. The old man has lost his mind. Listen to me. This is serious. I have to get back to my daughters. Get your things and leave at once. Look at him. He's taking it all so seriously. Hey everyone! Run for your lives! It's the end of the world!
At dawn the next morning, the angels became insistent.
Hurry. Take your wife and your 2 daughters who are here. Get out right now or you will be swept away in the destruction of the city.
When Lot still hesitated, the 2 angels seized his hand and the hands of his wife and 2 daughters and rushed them to safety outside the city, for the Lord was merciful. When they were safely out of the city, one of the angels gave them clear instructions.
Run for your lives, and don't look back or stop anywhere in the valley. Escape to the mountains, or you will be swept away. Oh no, my lord. You have been so gracious to me and saved my life, and you have shown such great kindness. But I cannot go to the mountains. Disaster would catch up to me there, and I would soon die. See, there is a small village nearby. See how small it is? Please let me go there instead. Then my life will be saved. All right, I will grant your request. I will not destroy the little village. But hurry, escape to it, for I can do nothing until you arrive there.
Lot reached the village just as the sun was rising over the horizon. Then the Lord rained down fire and burning sulfur from the sky on Sodom and Gomorrah.
O Great One, hear me. Give me my sight back, and I will serve you all the days of my life. Run for your lives! It's the end of the world!
He utterly destroyed them, along with the other cities and villages of the plain, wiping out all the people and every bit of vegetation. But Lot's wife looked back as she was following behind him, and she turned into a pillar of salt.
Why did you look back? Why didn't you listen to them?
Abraham got up early that morning and hurried out to the place where he had stood in the Lord's presence. He looked out across the plain toward Sodom and Gomorrah and watched as columns of smoke rose from the cities like smoke from a furnace. But God had listened to Abraham's request and kept Lot safe, removing him from the disaster that engulfed the cities on the plain. The smoke had settled. The cities were gone. God had searched for the righteous, and he rescued the one who trusted in him. Centuries later, King David would write these words, "The Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men, to see if there were any that did understand and seek God."
They are all gone aside. There is none that doeth good, no, not one.
The problem was never just Sodom. It was the human heart. And that problem still remains today. That's why Jesus pointed his followers back to this story.
When the Son of Man returns, the world will be as it was in the days of Lot. People went about their daily business, until the morning Lot left Sodom. Then fire and burning sulfur rained down from heaven and destroyed them all. Yes, it will be business as usual, right up to the day when the Son of Man is revealed. And on that day a person out on the deck of a roof must not go down into the house to pack. A person out in the field must not return home. Remember what happened to Lot's wife. If you cling to your life, you will lose it. And if you let your life go, you will save it.
And so, the story of Sodom is not just about a city that was destroyed. It's about a God who searches for righteousness, a God who warns of judgment, a God who rescues his people, and a day when his Son will return once again. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this documentary, please subscribe, like, and share this video. It really helps these stories reach people who may need to hear them. If you'd like to help support future projects, You'll find support links in the channel description. God bless, and we'll see you in the next episode.